Welcome back to the channel. In the last two videos, I spoke about the points or the conversational tips which are required while conversing with the other person of same gender or opposite gender. So let's get continued with the same video or the learnings in the third part. Let's get going. Welcome back. And like I said in the previous videos, that the conversation starts with taking a risk to converse, taking up the burden or responsibility to continue the conversation, and having genuine interest while conversing with the other person, and starting with a smile or using their name continuously in the conversation, and ending with a proper note or a positive note on why you started the conversation. That would be a possible way for ending the conversation. So let's get to the next point, that is, meeting new or old is a part of life. Conversing and showing interest towards others builds up relations, making way for friendships or business. Most important is confidence. Like I said in the previous video, the most important part is confidence, and having confidence to speak with the other person and believing that the other person is equally good like you and equally important like you, and should not consider him or her as superior or inferior, would bring up that confidence and make a conversation going. So having the proper interest with the conversationalist is equally important. And sometimes we do meet new people, and sometimes we meet the old people whom we met almost a lot of time back. So having conversation with them also would be difficult sometimes, but taking up the pace or having building the confidence while speaking is most important. So let's get going to the next point. Don't be afraid of appearing dumb or saying wrong. Everyone is on the verge of learning. Be confident and you can rock. The consideration of equality between the conversation partners is something that is important. And sometimes we do feel that maybe I'm dumb, or sometimes maybe you think that the other person is conversing with much superior knowledge. But no, everyone is in the verge of learning and everyone is trying to be a better person of themselves. So it is a process, and there's nothing wrong if you're something, or if you have done something wrong. So we'll get going to the conversation. The next point is bring out the feel good factor that makes a conversation possible and happy. First, while conversing, the first important thing is when you enter a group of people or a place, you would first see who is approachable, because the person should feel comfortable while speaking to you. You should be approachable as well as the other person should be approachable. When you have approachable conversational partner, first have a proper smile and look into the person's eyes with direct eye contact, and then converse and start with positive note on what you have to say, and whether it could be business or with it could be social relation, it could be anything, the process could be same. And you feeling good with the other conversational partner is important for you, and the other person should feel equally good for him or her to converse. So you should have that feel good factor or making comfortable for the other person, and the conversation could go long for a longer time, and your purpose of conversation would get fulfilled by your comfortability, or your making comfortability for the other person. So that is important. And for all these points, the first thing that requires is practice for conversation. First, start with conversing with those of your family or your friends, and then expand your conversational partners, and you would enjoy conversing with others, and you would slowly reduce your introvertness too. So, like I said, my problem of conversing or having a fear of shiver or a shiver of trim voice in my conversation is because I sometimes lack confidence when the other person is superior. I sometimes feel that the other person is superior, but actually, no. I should learn that first step of considering everyone equal and taking up the conversation to a process or to proceed. So that is the first step. The first step I think I should learn from the tips I have written. And the second thing is my habit of using too many words for a small message that could be solved by first saying this main point. If the other person is interested, then conversing into the other topics or subordinate topics of that point. So that would actually help me reduce my word usage and will also improve or create interest for the other person along. So I think these things should be followed and I'll try do them. Thank you for listening to the video. I hope you learned something new from this videos. Thank you for joining me. I'll join or I'll continue this next video after I read something new or after I read a new book. I'll do join it. Thank you.